Hello everyone and welcome to Tuesday. You've probably seen because of breakfast stream this morning or possibly day 3000, but if you haven't heard, we have launched a StephenVlog Keychain, and this is it. It's super cool, we're super proud of it, and today I'm going to be telling you a little bit about it, and also some of the history of it, and why it's such a big deal, and you know, how the process came about. So first things first, in case you didn't see Day 3000 or you didn't see the breakfast stream, we have keychains now. There is a link in the description box below. It'll take you to Fangamer's website. They're the ones who worked with us. They're longtime friends of ours to create these keychains, and these were made in celebration of Day 3000. Now, if you check the date on that video, you'll realize that Day 3000 was in February, but we're only launching these things now. What happened, you may be wondering? Here's the quick version. I have been talking with Steve, who works for Fangamer. I guess is technically a co-owner of Fangamer. I've been talking with him for a few years about doing something with Fangamer, and I either didn't know exactly what I wanted to do, or I put it off, one of the two, but finally, in like mid to late 2017, I decided that we were going to make a keychain. And to be honest, this is a little bit of a throwback. Anyone who came to some of our PAX meetups like a long time ago may actually remember being given a keychain. We made keychains out of plastic. My buddy Justin had a laser cutting machine, and we actually made, they were very bulky. They were like three times as thick. But they were, you know, not very high quality, but it was something that people could, you know, come to the meetup and take home with them. And I always really liked that idea. So when we finally decided to make a product, we went with basically a nice version of the thing that we had made all those years ago. And I decided that we would make a product for Day 3000 since it was approaching. So I made a mock-up in Photoshop of what I wanted it to look like, etc. I came up with the idea, I don't know if you guys have seen the other videos, that it would be the exact width to be a screwdriver for a tripod mount, because that, I mean, as a vlogger, that means a lot to me. Is anytime I have to attach like a gorilla pod or something, I need something to like screw it in to make sure it's tight. Having this with me is just really beneficial. So I came up with all of that, and I started to work with Fangamer to figure out all the details, and production began. Then we moved into 2018. We got to February where it was actually Day 3000, and I had a production model at the time, so I actually, you know, announced the keychains. And they weren't ready to launch, but at the time I was really behind on vlogs, like super behind on vlogs. So I figured that by the time that we got there in releases, that it would be ready, I would be fine, etc. Blah 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 blah. Well, then we split the timeline. June of this year, I'm sure you probably remember, we split the timeline, so we started releasing current stuff again, so the vlog wouldn't be perpetually months and months behind. I stand behind the idea that that was the correct thing to do. Unfortunately, we were still really far behind in the old timeline, and Fangamer was working on the keychains, and they got them basically done. They had them ready. And I was still releasing stuff, and they were like, so are we gonna, you know, release these keychains? And I was like, we can't yet. We can't, because it's supposed to be a tie-in for Day 3000, and that vlog's not even out. So I worked pushing forward until I got close to Day 3000, and then there were some other things that I had to work out with them. I had to do product shots and talk about some other things. And that was also around the time that when we were hit with the hurricane in September, etc. So it's been a while. It's been a while, and it feels really weird launching a product that is for an event that took place in February in November. But the kind of cool thing about it, and this is not intentional, but the cool thing about it is that it's very close to a new celebration, and that is the completion of year 9. StephenVlog's going to be 9 years old in just a few days, so now not only are we celebrating Day 3000, we're celebrating 9 years of the vlog. So it's really cool. It's really cool. The entire, you know, way that this came about, the history that this has in some way, like being connected to those old keychains that we made at the PAX events that I'm sure many of you still have from, you know, long ago. it's really neat. It's really neat, and I've enjoyed this process. I sincerely wish that the old timeline was not as far behind as it was, and I sincerely wish that day 3000 would have come out a lot closer to February. But it's here. After all this time and all this waiting, it's here. Now, if you didn't see those other videos, I do want you to be aware. These are available now. They're in the description. They're $12, and you get them from Fangamer. I would advise you ordering them soon, and there's a reason for that. The first reason is that Fangamer is doing a sale site-wide that you get free domestic shipping and discounted international shipping, so you won't have to pay for shipping, which is nice. They're also doing a thing for Black Friday, so like from now until the November 27th, you can get like basically digital gift cards. Like the more you buy, the more money in digital gift cards they give you back. So I mean, pick up a keychain, sure, but also look at the other stuff they have on there. It's wild. They just recently added official Katamari Damacy merch. They have all the licenses to do all this crazy stuff now. Like they have Dark Souls stuff and Undertale stuff. They're a really cool site. It's really nice to be working with them. But the other thing is that we don't know if there's going to be a second run of these. Just being honest, we do not know that. There's a few hundred. That's how many were made, you know, for this first batch. But we do not know if there will be a second batch. It's going to depend basically on Fangamer. They're the ones that are going to make that call. If they feel like they could make more and sell them, then they will. If they don't feel like, you know, it's worth it for whatever reason, then they won't. So if you're interested in these things, you should probably order one soon, because, you know, there's a good possibility that when they're gone, they'll just be gone. And I mean, I hate to say that was the intention, but I mean, whenever day 2000 came around, that's what we did, is we made a limited edition t-shirt, and for day 3000, we made keychains. I mean, if they sell like hotcakes and Fangamer's like, yeah, I think we could probably make more and sell more, then cool, there will be more. But in the event there's not, it's probably safest to treat these like they won't get reprinted. So if you want one, do consider heading over to Fangamer and picking it up. Not to mention free shipping and the digital gift cards. That doesn't hurt anything either. But yeah, this was a long journey, and it's been weird because Fangamer's had them done, had them packaged, sitting in a box under Steve's desk is what they told me, for months, and I felt bad to make them wait, but it feels really good for everything to have happened today. They're finally out. You can buy them. They exist. And I hope you guys sincerely enjoy them. Anyway, that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching. It's weird to be celebrating day 3000, especially with, you know, the completion of year 9 just like right around the corner, but a lot of good celebrations going on StephenVlog. I'm all for that. Let's meet back tomorrow, shall we?